They're all kind of smaller updates, so I'm going to run through them really quickly in a rapid fire. This week, Anthropic announced that they were increasing the weekly limits for Claude code by 50% through July 13th. However, a lot of people aren't as excited as you'd think about this because it was also announced this week that starting June 15th, they're changing the way Claude subscriptions work. If you want to use Claude outside of Claude code, through things like OpenClaw or Hermes or those kinds of things, well, they're going to give you a certain amount of credits every month depending on the plan that you have. And then once your credits run out, you'll then start getting billed at the API rate. Now they're sort of angling this as like good news for Claude users. You now get a certain amount of credits, and then we're not going to just shut you off afterwards. We're going to let you use the API pricing and things like OpenClaw after that. The thread that follows essentially says, this is a massive nerf, not a new feature. The new credit is billed at an expensive API rate, meaning your $100 or $200 credit will get you way less usage than before. Users are calculating it'll burn out in just a few hours of heavy use, making it useless for any serious dev work. So they're basically saying, look, we're going to give you a whole bunch of credits now for your plan that you can use in whatever agent harness you're using. And then when they run out, we'll just keep billing you at the normal API rate. But these credits are essentially being billed at the API rate, meaning that you're going to get way less usage in the amount of credits that you get and then roll into the API billing, which just basically means if you're using this for anything like OpenClaw or Hermes or any third-party apps built on the agent SDK, yeah, you're going to end up getting charged a lot for it. But despite a lot of people not being super happy with some of these plans that Anthropic is rolling out, apparently they have beat OpenAI on business adoption this month. According to this article from Ramp, for the first time, Anthropic passed OpenAI in business adoption. Adoption of Anthropic rose 3.8% in April to 34.4% of businesses. OpenAI adoption fell 2.9% to 32.3%. And as Anthropic's been doing lately, one by one, they're sort of knocking down one industry at a time and sort of doing their best to disrupt them all. This month, they announced Claude for the legal industry. Basically, what this means is they released a bunch of MCP connectors and plugins and things like that, but specifically for the legal industry. We've also recently seen them do this in the financial services industry, healthcare industry, design and creative work industry, of course, the cybersecurity industry, and this week, the legal industry, and for small businesses. You can toggle on Claude for small business inside of Claude Cowork, connect the tools you already use, and pick a job. And it's essentially got a bunch of ready-to-run pre-built agents that work across finance, operations, sales, marketing, HR, and customer service, and automatically connect to tools like PayPal, QuickBooks, HubSpot, Canva, DocuSign, and others. So it almost feels like every single week, another little industry they put a little target on and go, all right, we're going to build a bunch of plugins and agentic workflows for this industry and make all of them freak out. But